And who loves you? And who do you love?
Hello, good evening, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Stevie's Saturday Beer Review. How you all doing? So, what are we going to get started with tonight? Birthdays. We missed one last week, and we're going to get caught up on it right now. Larry, Paul, Maurice, Albrecht, happy birthday. And for you, we've got the big bra. We give you a trip to the Jets, but we can't do that. So, we can talk about the election? No. Okay, we'll do that next week. We are going to talk about a couple things in beer news. First, remember Labatt Brewery bought by InBev? Well, they bought a craft brewery. They bought Mill Street. I know. Mill Street Brewing, they're based out of Toronto. We've done them before. Small brewery, good beer. Not too bad anyways. And they got bought up by one of the big guys. So one of the things about this show is we always try to do craft beers. And now one of the craft beers has been bought up by one of the big guys. And the second thing is we got, what was the big thing in the news? We got Anheuser-Busch, InBev, and Sad Miller all together. How do you pronounce that? Yeah, however you pronounce that. They are now forming together to one huge giant brewery. They will now produce approximately 1 out of every 3 beers in the world will be produced by this company. We would try to avoid one of these big companies, but sometimes it's just bloody impossible to do. So this is one of the biggest corporate deals in history, $108 billion. Man, if I had that much money, I still couldn't afford to leave my wife. Okay, moving on to tonight's beer. We have Golden Rail Honey Brown Ale from Castle Brewery, based out of Castlemaine, Ontario. Okay, Castlemaine, Ontario is just on the Ontario side of the border with Quebec, very close to Ottawa. They are founded by a bunch of French people, anyways. And this beer, I'm not sure how long they've been around, but they produce a dozen beers, so they got quite a lineup there. And they're sort of located in a railway spur between the two provinces, where back when the railway was big, so they have a railway theme to all their beers, and this one is called Golden Rail. Also, it's called a honey brown. We don't do a lot of honey browns. I'm not a big fan of them. I know some of you are, so we're going to do it tonight. This one has sort of got it's mixed with honey, but also got a caramel malt mixed in with it. So, speaking of a sweet honey, we got Big Brass Boobs. Yeah, this is going to help us do this honey beer tonight. Okay. Now you see it's a very, very dark color there. That's the presence of the honey. It's got a caramel flavor to it. Smell. Hey, that's not bad for a honey brown. You want to get this impression that honey browns are like a sweet, heavy beer. It's a little bit sweet, but you know what? Very light and bubbly. This is actually not a bad tasting beer. I always say if you're going to drink honey brown beers, drink them early in the night. If you drink them later, they can be very heavy, sit in your stomach. This one is actually not bad to drink. It's very bubbly. You find it in the beer store, give it a shot. So that's Golden Rail Honey Brown from Castle Brewery, Ontario craft beer. We're back in Ontario. So I hope you all have a great weekend. I know I am drinking this beer, and this is Rail. We're going to go off the rails in the crazy train. Jansen out.